Now sometimes when you're programming, you'll run into the need to join strings together, and this is what is known as string concatenation. Now the way that we can join strings together in Python is by using the plus operator. So for example, if I had the string hello, I could then plus to this string hello an empty space, and then I could plus to the string hello with an empty space the word world with an exclamation mark. When I then run this cell, you can see that we get one string returned to the screen which states hello world with a space in between. And this is because we've concatenated 3 separate strings into one string. So with this in mind, let's now create a variable called welcome and set this equal to the string welcome to the game. We can then put a comma and then we'll put a space. We'll then set a second variable called name and we'll set this equal to Julie. We'll then set a third variable called instructions and we'll set this equal first to an exclamation mark and then we'll put you need to collect as many coins as possible, exclamation mark. So seeing as we're now storing 3 string objects within these variables respectively, we can now concatenate them by putting welcome plus then the name variable, then we can plus the instructions variable, and when we run this code cell, you can see we return to the screen, welcome to the game, Julie. You need to collect as many coins as possible. So by simply using the plus symbol, we're able to join strings together that then returns a single string. Now alternatively, we can also concatenate strings by simply writing 2 literal strings together. So for example, if I put hello in single quotes, and then put another set of single quotes next to it, and put a space and then Julie in the second string, when I run this, you can see we return to the screen hello Julie in one string, and we've simply concatenated these 2 strings by not including the plus symbol, but writing 2 string literals next to each other. You could argue that this is not as clean and as easy to read as using the plus operator, but depending on your preference, you have the choice of syntax. And finally, if we want to concatenate strings across different lines, we can use parentheses to do so. So if I set a variable called welcome to equal parentheses, and then in the first string I put welcome to the game with a comma and a space, and on a new line I put the string Julie. When I then take a look to see what's stored in the welcome variable, we get welcome to the game Julie returned to the screen. So numerous ways that we're able to concatenate strings together. Just note that when you concatenate strings, it will return them as if they are one string. Now we can also perform concatenation using the star operator or the multiply operator. So for example, if I set a variable called repeat and set this equal to the string hello with a space, and then after the string I multiply this by 3. If I were to print to the screen what's now stored in the repeat variable, you can see we print hello, 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 separated by a space, and the third hello would also have a space at the end. So we can use the star operator or the multiply symbol to repeat the string for a given number of times, if your use case requires it. Concatenation is a very useful operation when working with strings, so make sure you're comfortable with concatenation because you'll never know when you might need it. In the next video, we're going to take a look at string membership.